to pop, and we need to pay attention to which ones are the best ones to trade today. Now, the good sign here is to just show you guys here that Bitcoin is breaking a 4-hour trend. Okay, the daily stochastics are at the bottom. Okay, and this means for me that as we sit here breaking through this trend here, we're sitting with entries right now into the market. So today I want to spend time going through altcoin trades that I am taking today. Okay, and then we're going to be going through at least 20 to 30 of your guys' altcoins. So today's going to be a fun, informative show of looking at the next trade setups, looking at where is the next major opportunities. And speaking about Bitcoin's next push up, higher high, lower high. Nonetheless, we have trades, we have setups. No more wasting time. Do me a favor, guys. Smash the like, smash the subscribe button, and let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like sniper. Welcome to Sheldon Show.
Alrighty, fam. How are we doing? Okay, lots to speak about today. A little bit more shorter time frame stuff today, right? Looking at trade setups. The last good setups we had specifically for longs were around 7 to 10 days ago, right? And now we're getting an opportunity for some new setups. Really good risk to reward setups. We gave the market some time to drop, settle, find support, and then start breaking trends, right? Trends for me are still the important things to focus on. They don't kind of allow me to enter the market too early. This is where it gets pretty difficult to trade when the market goes through these choppy areas. But as it then starts to get out of the chop and starts to look at having a disbelief move, right, that's kind of where we want to catch the entries, right? Risk to rewards are really good when you do so, right? So yes, we had a nice rally up last week. To the upside, we did find a local top. We struggled to get through 82,000, and then we rejected. And again, just to give you a little bit of understanding here of where we're at right now, specifically Bitcoin, right, is we are now approaching support for a bounce. There's the support zone, right? And as you can see, after 5 consecutive red days, right, we are starting to see our first green. And that green is starting to break the 4-hour trend. Now, a couple of things to pay attention to on the midterm is we are looking for a bounce up to this area over here, okay, which is around the $80,000 zone. And then from there, we're probably looking at something like that and then another possible attempt. Right, that for me is currently the play that I'm seeing, okay? With being said that this is obviously the temporary bottom. Now, if we don't get through that area, we could possibly be going down to the low 70s, right? So the play here that we're looking for is we're looking to ride this momentum up, get some trades in this zone here, right? And then from there, if we don't get through certain areas, actually getting some good shorts into the market to the downside. Then I do see after that, I do see another attempt to the top areas. A break through 82,000, a good one through 82, 83,000. We are looking at 90,000, okay? But it all depends on this major area here, but that's in a couple of days. Nonetheless, this is what the opportunities are showing us right now. Now, that is the bearish view after the next push up, okay? The bullish view is we push up, small rejection, and we actually start breaking through. Right, we got to remember that the monthlies are extremely, extremely oversold. And the monthly teaches you that, hey, over the next few months, you're going to see growth. So don't allow the short-term volatility to kind of get you down or shaken out too quickly, okay? Because higher time frame, we're actually looking incredibly bullish. We must keep that in mind. So therefore, for me, spot and long-term trades are very likely staying in for the next 3 to 6 months. Right? And again, we're kind of running out of time when it comes to accumulating good altcoins at those zones. But this is the main thing I want to speak about today's show, is trade setups and opportunities we're seeing right now. That is the play that I am seeing, okay? And then at the second point of that, what I always want to kind of do is I do want to keep a emergency kind of trend to see if things basically kind of change, right? So as it stands right now, we are breaking trends. We are looking at some momentum to the upside, okay? And we are looking at a really simple way of protecting ourselves when it comes to where to put stop losses, right? It's all about risk to reward right now. Is it worth taking longs today, right? And if you look at it, that's what I see as the long ratio. I'm looking at a 1-to-6 risk to reward ratio on Bitcoin right now. So in my opinion, yes, it is. It's a good area to focus on some longs, right? Again, the rule right now is to trade strength in the market. Why should we focus on strength? Because the Bitcoin dominance is not really just tanking, right? It's kind of chopping up and down, which means that there are times where, yes, Bitcoin's taking strength and then altcoins are getting strength. We're not seeing a clear direction of a move up here, and we're not seeing a clear direction of a move just down. which just, again, means that not every altcoin is going to move aggressively right now. The ones that are strong are going to be the ones that move. So trading strength is super important. Now let's get through when do the rest of the altcoins possibly wake up. Because in the beginning, you get the first stage of altcoins with strength will move. Then you get to a certain point where the market as a whole will start to move, right? And that's a total 3. So total 3 here, to clarify, we are now approaching resistance. Right? We have actually broken a short-term resistance over here, which means this market's in this range now. And also means that if we pop through here, we are going to see a nice short squeeze from the alts. Okay, so when this basically breaks here, we should then see an entire altcoin move start to happen. So what does that mean? That means that right now, there are probably 5 really good setups when it comes to alts. Ones that are really breaking trend, risk rewards are looking good. They're trades for today. However, you need to chart the next 5, right? The next 5 are the ones that are going to move in the next day or 2 if we start to break that trend. Okay, so yes, we're on this trade the strength right now, but in the next next couple of days, the next 5 altcoins can be released. And you want to be able to catch those tokens, which means that majority of tokens that don't have strength just yet are coming up to major resistances. And the key here is to make money, get out, move to the next one, make money, get out, right? These are very much the simple strategies that I'm focusing on right now when it comes to this, okay? Yes, guys, in the chats, pop through your alts. We're going to get through tons of altcoins today. I'm going to be charting a lot of them on WEEX. So put them in the chats. Let me know what alts you want to chat about. As again, if I just look at this, we have a couple of different altcoins popping every couple hours. See, Dash is starting to make a run again. Okay, I see that in the last day, we have Zcash starting to wake up. I see we have Hyperliquid approaching the highs. I see Render starting to pop off. I see Algorand starting to have a nice move up, right? So there's a bunch of tokens I want to speak about. Uniswap starting to wake up as well. So we'll go through all of those. Okay, go Bant community. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, while you said that, guys, I need you to join up here right now. Click here below in the description and join this competition that's just a Sheldon WEEX competition, right? I'm opening up a trade live with you guys now shortly. I want someone from the community to win a Rolex, and I want someone to win an iPhone. I want someone to win a MacBook Pro. It's only coming to this community, right? So click here, go below, and click on this link over here. Click this one here, join the competition. Today we start trades together, right? And the main thing here is it's a volume-based competition, right? So we need to achieve volume. Again, I just want to highlight, we just did a Blowfin competition last week, and we did 900 million in that time. Right, so this is a third of the volume that we did in order to achieve the Rolex, right? We have 14 days as a team to achieve this, and it's not that high, guys. But you need to join the team, and let's do it together, and let's get this. Now, again, I only think there's going to be a couple hundred people in this, right? So there's a very good chance for anyone getting this, and I will be giving this out on the show, right? So as you look here, you could see that here's all the different prizes as it builds up. And as we achieve, but you can see we get to a MacBook, we get to iPhone 17, right? And then we get to the Rolex. Let's do this as a community. Let's do it. So again, I need you guys to be a part of this. I'm going to be trading my best and creating as much volume as possible to get this, right? But I need you guys to join and be a part of it. So do that right now. I want to see this number go up. We only just launched the competition. Join up, join up, join up. As again, we are going to be trading this today. Right, I'm going to be opening up some trades with you guys. Okay, which gets me now to the setups. I'm going to be taking a trade right now, actually. The trade that I'm taking, I'm going for a volume-based trade, right? So I want to build positions up. So the trade that I'm going to be taking here is Solana. Sol gives me the ability to build positions up. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, and let's get Sol up here. So I'll explain to you guys the setup now, but I'm taking a Solana trade. Okay, so let's get into Sol. Okay, let's go higher time frame and let's get in this baby. Okay, so the first thing, guys, that's quite important here. Let's do a risk to reward venture together here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up the fib. Okay, I'm going to go tighter stops for this. Okay, so I'm going to pop a stop loss at 84.66. Right, I just want to confirm that the price is okay. So it'll be slightly less here. So let's do this together. So I can just double check where my stop loss will be on WEEX. Okay, so my stop loss will be at 84.58. Okay, so what that does now is if I pop in here and I say, okay, let's put some leverage in this bad boy. So again, leverage is kind of determined on your risk, guys. It's not determined on anything else. Right? The amount of leverage is all determined on where you're going to put your stop loss and how much risk you basically want to play. So I'm going to look to risk around $100 on this trade. So let's pop this in. Let's see what our risk will look like. Okay. Yes, I get it. Cool. Why is this not moving out the way? Okay, let's just, why is it doing that? Give me 2 secs. I had that little notification sitting there. Okay, let's pop this on. Okay, please move. Okay, I'm going to enter the trade and then put a stop in. So let's start off here. Okay, so my position is in. I've started putting a position. I'll go through the position size now. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, so stop loss on this trade will be here at 84.55. So let's put in the stop loss. 84.55. 84.55. Okay. There we go. $84, which means I can go a tiny little bit more in. Let's get the correct amount here. Okay, 84.6. Let's now see where we're at. Okay, how much am I in? Not a massive amount, means I can go in more. Okay, let's check now. 84.6. Okay, I can actually build this up nicely. Let's build this up. So again, guys, leverage is a meter of how much money do you need when it comes to building your position. Okay, but ultimately, how much are you risking? So you look for the stop, you look for a good risk reward, you put the stop in. You then give yourself a cost per trade to say that, okay, for my trade, I want to risk $100 per trade, right? Again, when it comes to my reward, I just want to show you guys here. This is where I'm entering the trade, right? And my reward is mid-range. So basically, I'm looking at my take profits sitting at around $89 to $90. When I put out the tool here and I say, okay, I want to buy here, put a stop loss here, and that is my reward of up to there, right? It shows you that your reward is obviously worth a lot more. So if this risk over here is worth $100 and my reward is 10 times that, that means my reward is worth $1,000, right? So $1,000 reward versus $100 risk, right? So that is how it basically works when it comes to selecting just the cost per trade and then allowing the leverage to just to determine. Like if I run out of money, and my risk is still not at $100. So let's go look at what my risk is sitting at now. Okay, so 84.6. Let's see here. 4 points. Stop loss price, 84.6. Okay, so that is, enter the amount. Oh, there we go. Okay, $73 risk. So it means I can enter more. Okay, let's double check now. See what my risk is sitting at now. Okay, let's cancel it and just restart it again quickly. Okay. $84.6 full amount. $80. Okay, I can go more. Okay, now let's double check. 84.6. $87. Okay, now this is where it gets interesting, right? I said my risk is $100, right? That's what I'm looking to risk. I'm on $87 right now, but I'm out of money, right? So this now is where, so what you got to do is you can't have an open order when you change your leverage. But now I go up to my leverage and I change it up. Let's go to a 25x now. What that does is it frees up new fresh capital. Okay, I now go back. I put in my stop loss again. Okay, wait, before I do that, let's add some cash in. Okay, now I go back. 84, 84.6, 92. Okay, so tiny little bit more in, and then my position is loaded. So again, I'm showing you guys this so you can go through the whole process when it comes to opening up trades. You just got to have a cost per trade. All right, be happy with the risk to reward. 84.6. Okay, $97. There we go. Now I have to stop. All right, now I'm finished. Now I'm done. I can't add any more. That is my risk per trade. Again, let's go to my take profit points. My take profit points. Let's be a little bit conservative here. I'm going to go slightly before here. So I'm going to go at 88.2 as the risk to reward is still really good from the area where we're entering. Okay, so 88.2 will be my take profit. Now let's jump in here. Let's edit. Okay, that's my stop loss. Let's just do this again quickly. Again, it takes a little bit of figuring out in the beginning, and then once you get it, you're going. Okay, 84.6. There's the stop loss. Take profit, 88.2. Okay, so I am risking $96 to make $836. There's the trade. My first trade is in the competition, baby. We've just begun. Okay, guys, let me know. Join it up, join it up, join it up. We are going to get this community a Rolex. I think that would be incredible. Let's see this loaded up. Come, guys, join, 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 join. Join up, join up, join up. Okay, so I've just started. There we go. We got some volume in, baby. We got some volume. I have started. Remember, I get nothing. I'm not getting a rollie. You guys are getting a rollie here. So that is the key here. Okay, now let's jump back in and go through more setups. So that is one of my first setups, right? The next one that's really good right now, guys, is render. So render's at this point now of a good entry. It's breaking out. It's looking strong, like one of the leader altcoins right now, and a token that I'm paying attention to, right? So let's go through here, and let's go through the render setup. So what is the ticker here? RNDR. Let's put it in here. Okay, render setup. Okay, so again, here we go. So what you want to do is you want to go to the 4-hour chart. You want to pop in this trend here. All right, when it comes to the next trend you want to put in, so you want to put in resistance. Is it breaking out? Yes. Is it one of the stronger tokens right now? Yes. Second part now, where is support? All right, two trends. The one gives you an idea of, is it ready to kind of go up, right? And where do you want to buy it? And the second one is giving an idea of where to put a stop loss. Right, so you can see the stop loss points right now are pretty decent in the market. They're not too crazy, which means risk rewards are quite good right now. So when it comes to the render setup, you are looking at around a 1.82 risk without leverage, okay? And your reward, you're looking at a push to around close to the 1.995, right? So it's got a risk to reward of 1236. So if you're risking $100, you can make $300 over here. And again, why render? Because it's a stronger token today, right? So if you're trading strength, this is one of the tokens to pay attention to, right? So this is the 1 to 3. If it decides to have a short-term pullback and come lower down into the box, right, your risk to reward gets like a lot higher, right? Again, there's two ways here. Is to say, okay, I'm going to enter 50% now and see if the rest comes down in. And the other 50 I can add in later if it starts to take off. Or you can be patient and say, hey, I do think this is going to come down and test a little bit lower. I'm going to wait patiently and set a limit order. All right, but renders for me is one of the really good trades to be paying attention to today. Right, then let's get to the next one. Let's see if there's a Zcash trade here. I do think there's another Zcash trade. Let's see. Okay, it has popped off a little bit aggressively. Here is where support is sitting. It has just tapped the support right now. Okay, so Zcash looks okay. Obviously, this thing is looking very bearish high time frame, but it's a trade today. Not bad. I'd wait for a slight flag or slowdown, but for those holding Zcash, I think it's looking really good. Okay, let's go see if there's an Ondo trade. Ondo is looking okay. Let's see if there's a Near trade. Oh, Near's also had an incredible run. Okay, is there a Sui trade? Okay, so good news on Sui. Oh, it's broken back into support. Okay, so there is a Sui entry here, a starting Sui entry. Okay, so again, your entry zones are here. When it comes to your stop losses, let's double check this. So let's get a setup going here. There's the Sui entry. Your first, there's two sets of stop losses here. There's a tight stop loss over here, and there's a secondary stop loss over here. All depends on how aggressive you want to go into the trade. But Sui is looking ready to pop now. Okay, your risk to reward. Let's go look at the risk. Okay, so the risk is still under percent. So that's really good. And your reward's pretty big, guys. The first one's to 1.1, but the one that I'm getting ready for is the one to 1.16. So this is like really good risk to reward right now, specifically if we're going to pop now. To give it some space, that's what your risk to reward looks like. These two yellow figures on the right here are the two stop loss options, all depending on how aggressive you're going. High leverage, small amounts of cash, right? Or a little bit more cash, a little bit low leverage, give it some space, right? So again, to pop in here, just to show you guys the setup over here. Let's go to Sui. Sui is no doubt about it, a strong altcoin. Just to show you here on the daily of where this thing's at. Right, there's a good trade coming on Sui. Sui finally broke out of the range, right? It finally broke out of this major trend here. And look where it is right now, right? A very classic move of breaking out, coming down and testing support. So something like this, I'm looking for a test up at least to the mid-range, right, as a thing. And risk to reward right now, really good. So this is one of my favorite trades to pay attention to today, right? Something in that type of category over there. You got this bottom trend, and your stop loss is under that zone. So Sui is actually, I'm a little bit jealous here on the Sui entries. Let's see. Okay, I can get a small amount in Sui. I do still have a little bit of cash flow. Let's get something in on Sui here. Let's get something in on Sui. Okay, where is a stop loss going to be? 1.04. 1.04. Okay, it's $33 on a Sui entry. Okay, there we go. I'm in on Sui as well. A little bit more in on Solana, but Sui is one to pay attention to. Okay, let's go through and see what else is looking good. Okay, so remember what I said, a bunch of altcoins are not breaking out yet, but they're at good risk to rewards, right? So there's obviously a good entry here on Chainlink now with the stop loss below this trend. Okay, just remember, it's not breaking out yet. So this could be one of the next sets. As you can see, this is kind of wedge in play. So something like Chainlink looks something in the sense of push up, push down, and then kind of look for the next play, right? Let's jump in. Guys, give me your altcoins. Give me your altcoins. Let's see. Guys, who is not part of the competition? Join the competition. Join. We're ramping up here. Okay, volume's up. Volume's up. I'm coming for this Rolex for the fam. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. Okay. 𝗧𝗥𝗃. Let's jump in. Let's go. Let's go see what 𝗧𝗥𝗃 is telling us. Yes, great risk to reward. So again, here's the 4 hour. Okay, will this let me? Let's just see here quick. Will this still give me my tools? Yes, amazing. Okay. Great. Not a lot of exchanges leave your tools when you go big screen. Okay, so again, it lost this. Okay, so it's very likely that that is the targets we're looking to go to. To give you guys, let's put a little bit of price setups here for you. Okay, so around the 20-cent mark, right? Mid 20-cent mark is kind of where we're looking at as the next major resistances. Okay, when it comes to entry, you zoom in now and you look, are we breaking 4-hour trend? Yes, we are. Okay, so this is a good risk to reward setup here. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to pop in this bottom trend. Not that one, bottom trend. Put the bottom trend in. Amazing. So again, 2 trend lines. Is it breaking out? Yes. It means I'm catching one of the possible stronger altcoins for the day. Okay, and then the bottom trend is to say, where do I put my stop loss? Okay, so stop loss will be sitting around this area over here, around 0.182. Again, I'm giving you guys idea setups here. Anywhere here below to your risk makes sense. Okay, pop this in. Again, guys, this is my trade setups, trades that I would be taking. And this is just information. So no financial advice. Me just sharing my thoughts on how I would trade these altcoins. Okay, so we're popping this over here. There we go. So risk around 1.6% and a reward of up to 12%. Risk to reward of 1 to 7. So I'm risking $100. I'm looking to make $700 as my reward. All right, that is the setup there. So yes, Fartcoin looks good, and it is in a buy zone, in my opinion, right now. Okay, then let's get to the next one. Arrow. Let's see if Arrow's here. Yes. Is there anything on Arrow? Okay, so there's the 4-hour trend. First thing I do is I go to daily. Where is daily? Okay, so a lot of these alts lost these daily trends. And we are looking at a push up to here. Okay, that's kind of the clear zone we're paying attention to. Okay, so I zoom out, now I zoom in. Again, I kind of look at where am I going to make money here, right? What makes sense of where this thing's going to go, higher time frame or mid time frame, and then I see, is there an entry on this? So short time frame, we have started breaking out. Let's go to the 1 hour here. It has taken off a little bit. So for me, if I want to short-term trade this, I'm going to wait for it to come down a little bit lower to this 1 hour here. However, if I'm looking for a slightly hold for a day or two, let's just go back, get this trend in. There we go. I'm looking at this trend break here. So let's see if this is breaking it. Not just yet. Okay, so an alt like this, guys, I'm waiting for a little bit lower down as my entry. I'm looking at putting this bottom trend in here. And I'm looking at putting a stop loss over here. So this is not something I'd enter right now, okay? But I'll be paying attention for some buys down here, because down there becomes a really good risk to reward for a trade. Right? You could be looking up to a 1 to a 7 risk to reward from those entries. Confirmation is a break of that trend. That's why I'm not entering this thing all in right now and kind of pumping this right now, because ultimately there's still a resistance above it. Okay, so there's Arrow. Next one, guys. Or. Okay, is it core or OR? I'm not seeing it here. Let's double check it here and see if there is a OR token. Okay, it is saying it here. Again, guys, make sure this is correct, because I don't know. This looks like something that I would not really trade. It's looking strong, but not much candles here, not much that, so you make a decision. So again, if you are trading this, I don't know this at all. Okay, keep an eye on that cup and hand. If it breaks there, things look good. But this thing looks way too volatile for my liking, but could look good. Okay, next one, 𝗥𝗏𝗃. Yes, one of the good coins right now that are just showing great amount of strength. Let's pop into 𝗥𝗏𝗃. Okay, so is this thing still in trend? Yes, it is. Has it broken out? Not yet. Is it in a flag? Yes. Okay, so something like this, guys. Let's double check and see where the fibs are showing us. Okay, so there are 2 good zones here to accumulate. The one is here at around the 4.85, 618, and the other is slightly lower down over here. I see that this trend, it is lining up. There we go. Okay. So there are my kind of two zones of where I'm looking for injective. If I don't get them, what I'm looking to buy is the trend break. But as you can see, there's still a bit of space here. So it's not something I'm looking to buy today. I'm looking at getting a good entry, right? And right now, those are two entry zones, because if you do look at a protection zone, right, you are looking at stops down here. So it's quite risky to enter now. For me, good entries, good risk to rewards are waiting for lower down price. The best one is down there. Right? You get it there, that's a really good entry and opportunity. Okay, next one, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Guys, join up, join up, join up. Here's the link here. Join up on the competition. Join, join, join. Let's smash this together. Okay, next one. Let's go. Ondo. All right. Ondo. Okay, so Ondo did have a breakout. So that's a good sign. What it needs to do now, guys, is we're looking for a higher low. So if we draw this bottom trend here, let's just see what this kind of looks like. Okay, so if I was looking for a possible under trade today, let's put a fib in here and just see what this is telling us. Okay, so entry zones are looking down here. So I'll put a nice little tag here to just show you guys what my thoughts are. Okay, so basically the early 37-cent mark, and then a stop loss. We're looking close to around the 36.5-cent mark. Okay, and then the breakout is the top trend here. All right, so remember there's a bit of space. So this is something you kind of got to be a little bit patient with. Okay, but something like this, anywhere here between the 37 mark and 36.8 cents is kind of my entry zone. And then this is something that I think is going to have a bigger move. Once it breaks through the top, we're looking at mid-range move. So it means we're looking at the areas around 41 cents. So yes, this looks, especially down here, we're looking at a 1-to-8 risk to reward ratio. So it looks decent. This looks decent. For me, the entries are slightly lower down though. Right, so that is my kind of setup when it comes into looking at Ondo. Okay, I want to see here on Twitter, on X. See, we're streaming up the show right now. Let's see here what was said here. Okay, so 𝗪𝗘𝗫𝗍𝗔. Okay, AVAX link injective. Okay, XRP lighter. Okay, so there's a couple here that I want to go through. Okay, so let's see light. I know lights had a good, oh, it's not on here. So let's go XRP. Okay, let's pop in XRP. Let's see what XRP is doing. Anything interesting? Okay, so XRP is quite similar to the rest of the market right now. Very likely going for this retest. So you zoom in now to the 4-hour. Yeah, there's a slight entry. It would have to be a tight stop loss, in my opinion. Okay, for a move up there. So it's not a massive move, it's around 3% move, but a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio at a stop around 1.36. So not bad, right? It's a B grade trade for me, but it is breaking out. We could see some strength here incoming. Okay, let's see here. Tau. Tau's a big one. Let's see. Okay, so same thing on Tau. There is a 4-hour break here. There is an entry. It's flat into resistance though. So yes, it is a breakout, but we are flat bang into resistance. So not my favorite just yet. I would rather let this break up a little bit, get back into this, and then find a position over there. So that's my thoughts for now. If it decides to come down, where you're looking at for entries, let's just double check. Okay, so there's bottom trend. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. Okay, so definitely not the most bullish right now. So entries are lower down. Entries are basically the bounce zones that I had a few days back and down in this area over here. Okay, not bad. So what I would do on a specific token like this, remember what I said, keep alerts on, right? Is because it may not be the most bullish today, but it could get very bullish in the next few days. So I'll put the top trend from the top. And when we start getting on that side towards Friday, Saturday time, then it can become a very fun token to be trading. Okay, AVAX. Okay, AVAX. Okay, so AVAX is quite similar. So this is quite similar to the TAR one, guys. So I'm very bullish. Obviously, you guys know I'm building. But they said some time for AVAX. I think AVAX is the next week coin. So this is good areas to obviously accumulate spots on that. But I think for trading specific, for me, it's a next week coin. That's looking good. Where this thing could go down, though, some good buy zones here. Let's double check. Let's see where good buys are sitting. Good buys are sitting around basically the 8.7 to 8.9. Looks like good accumulating zones. Okay, next one. Let's go. 𝗵𝗃. 𝗵𝗃 is one that is showing a bit of strength today. Okay, where are we at with our trades here? Let's go through Solana. I just want to see where Sol is at. Okay, so I want to double check my stop loss here on Sol so that we are in a decent, a little bit in danger zone of the stop. So let me just double check here. Okay, so I'm looking to put the stop loss under the 382. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, here specifically, I am going to close a small percentage. Let's just see if this will give me a... Okay, I don't want to flash close the entire position. Let's just see if this does. Okay, did it close my entire position? No, it didn't. Okay. So again, I put in 25% here and it closed 25%. Only reason I did that is to give it a little bit more space. I'm going to move my stop loss a little bit down, reduce the position slightly. Once we get back above, I'll add the rest of the 25% in. The only reason I did that is just as I drew this top trend, I could see that, hey, we could be sitting in a tag and go situation here. So I reduced slightly, only dropped it by 25%. So it took around a $10 hit at the moment. Put a stop loss a little bit lower down, and now I'm being patient for that one. Okay, let's see. And again, I'm just adding some little bit more volume here. A little bit more volume. Oh, there we go. See, we're getting up here. We're getting up here. Already 29,000. What am I doing here already? There we go. I'm starting, baby. I'm yet to lead from the front. I want to Rolex for the community. Come on, let's go. Okay, let's see. Check out Dash. Wow, great move from Dash. Okay, so just to remind you guys again, it was all kind of a 4-hour break that gave Dash this push. This is kind of what we want to see the other alts that we're slowly building our positions. Okay, so there is resistance above here. Mid-range is slightly up. So I'll say the big zone's kind of here, right? And then buy zones are sitting lower down, definitely lower down these areas for now. So main thing I'm going to give updates on Dash here is a good stop loss is probably around the 42.4 type of area. Stop loss and patience over there. Okay, guys, I got to hit it. Thank you for watching. Lots of love to you all. Good luck with the competition. Join it, guys. After the stream, I know everyone's watching right now. Go and join every day for the next 14 days. We're going to be giving WEEX setups every day. Let's get that volume up. Lots of love to you all. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.